Let's cut through the noise. You've been hearing a lot about AI, automation, and systems that promise to revolutionize your business. But let's face it, most of these promises are just that, promises. Today, we're diving into the reality of multi agent workflows and why small teams are positioned to dominate this space, leaving big companies scrambling to catch up. Here's the truth: size is no longer an advantage when it comes to agility and adaptability. Small teams are nimble. They can pivot quickly, experiment without layers of bureaucracy, and implement multi agent workflows that are tightly integrated and highly responsive. Big companies, they're like oil tankers, slow to turn and often stuck in outdated processes. But what does this mean for operators like you? It means you need to stop obsessing over tools and start focusing on the infrastructure that supports them. Tools are just the surface. The real power lies in how they're connected, how they communicate, and how they drive outcomes without constant human intervention. Think about it. How often have you found yourself acting as the human middleware, stitching together broken handoffs and babysitting fragile automations? This isn't just inefficient, it's exhausting. The mental load of carrying what should be systemized is a silent productivity killer. Let's break down some misconceptions. First, automation isn't about replacing humans, it's about amplifying human capability. The goal isn't to do everything faster, it's to do the right things with precision. In a multi agent workflow, each component should play a specific role, like an orchestra where each musician knows their part perfectly. Second, integration isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Without seamless integration, your systems are just a collection of isolated tools. They need to talk to each other, share data, and create a cohesive operational flow. This is where small teams excel. They can build these connections without the friction that plagues larger organizations. Now, let's talk about failure points. In a well designed system, failure isn't a catastrophe, it's a learning opportunity. Small teams can identify, adapt, and iterate quickly. They aren't bogged down by red tape or legacy systems. This agility is their competitive edge. So, what's the strategic conclusion here? If you're leading a small team, leverage your size. Build systems that are robust yet flexible. Focus on integration and sequencing. And most importantly, design your workflows to minimize human intervention. Let systems do the heavy lifting. For those in larger organizations, the challenge is clear. You need to foster a culture of experimentation and adaptability, break down silos, encourage cross functional collaboration, and remember the goal is not to eliminate human input, but to enhance it through intelligent automation. In the end, it's not about having the latest tools or the largest team. It's about having the right systems in place that allow you to operate with clarity and precision. If you ignore this shift, you're not just risking inefficiency, you're risking irrelevance.